Introduction. This article does not talk about the outward face of the elegant and refined ancient capital Kyoto, represented by Arashiyama, Kinkakuji Temple, Kiyomizu Dera Temple, Gion, Hanamakoji, etc. It clears up the misunderstandings about Kyoto and Kyoto people that you have in your mind, and at the same time, it is a valuable story that allows you to know not only the Kyoto of elegance and artisanal artisans, but also the real face of Kyoto that only people born in the Showa era and raised in a very ordinary area of Kyoto City know. In particular, it contains a lot of information that is rarely introduced in guidebooks or on the internet, and also includes taboo and sensitive content that even Kyoto people do not know and should not touch. Please use it as a reference. You will surely feel a different Kyoto. You will also be able to make precious memories that are different from others when you visit. The structure is divided into No.1 to number 8, with the first part focusing on what are Kyoto people and regional things, and the second part focusing on Kyoto's ordinary people's culture. This will be published in 2022 as an ebook Kindle version and a print version, and will be about 230 pages long. This time, for foreigners. I have added more images from YouTube videos and edited it with English narration. It is Google translated, so please listen with that in mind. The table of contents only includes the contents of this issue and the next issue, number 2, as a preview. For details, please see the summary below. I will upload more in the future. The book is in Japanese, but the first half is written in standard Japanese and the second half in Kyoto's downtown dialect, so I think you will enjoy it with a sense of realism. So if you are interested, please purchase it. The language is frank and organized by theme, so from number 1 onwards, please read from the part that interests you. Let's get started. The image shows that in the Showa era, when the city trams were running, the Gion festival was also a mess with electric wires and rails, etc. Images: Shoaiken, Shoin, Katsura Imperial Villa, Fill Circle. First, I would like to clear up some misunderstandings about Kyoto and Kyoto people. Actually, it is not closed at all. Not at all. It is often said that Kyoto is closed and does not accept outsiders, but that is a big misunderstanding. Kyoto loves new things and first-class products, and if you take cars as an example, there are many supercars such as Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, Ferrari, and now Lexus. However, they are not halfway ranked cars, but rather the S-Class for Mercedes, the SL for AMG, the 5 and 7 series for BMW, the M series, and Alpina. For Porsche, they are limited to the top-class luxury models of each brand, such as the Cayenne and Carrera, Nissan GT-R, etc. Even when it comes to custom cars, there are no inelegant modified cars or reckless cars. The images: luxury BMW 8 Series Kyoto Edition. Something like this is available. The images: Lexus top-of-the-line LS model, with Nishijin Ori used for the interior. I only value car license plates from Shinagawa, Yokohama, Kobe, and Kyoto. I don't recognize or am not interested in the rest. That's why I once lived in Yokohama, because I wanted a Yokohama 3-number license plate. Laughs, I'll mention it a little later. I was the same. But I had a 750cc bike, Armani suits, gold over silver, and even at the time I was a lighter, I wasn't interested in Cartier, Dunhill, DuPont, or mass-produced products. And I preferred handmade originals even if they were expensive. Made in USA products were rated low, and German products were rated high. That was the way it was. All of these are masterpieces. Sorry to the Americans. It's not about dressing up in brands or showing off. It's not just about looking cool. Not anything is good. People like that want to look good in front of others. But Kyoto people may look like that at first glance, but they choose carefully selected items based on their own preferences and are self-satisfied. The images show Solingen knife, Germany, and Victorinox multi-knife, Switzerland. It's completely different from the closed feeling of the countryside, of thinking about outsiders and outsiders. Good things are fine, and second-rate and third-rate are not acceptable. They are simply genuine-oriented, and just love the best, and the best. They also don't compromise. And they don't accept anything half-baked. This way of thinking is deeply rooted in Kyoto people, and they don't just come to everything. So they are probably misunderstood as being closed-minded. The reason why they like the best and the best will become clear later. They have strong likes and dislikes. I hate Osaka because it's noisy and vulgar. I liked Kobe and Yokohama because they're port towns and fashionable, and Tokyo is the capital and is currently the best, so I only like the 23 wards. And I hate locals. Kyoto City is different from Kyoto Prefecture. I never think of them together. Nowadays, everything on TV is called Kyoto Prefecture. Why? It's obvious when you look at a map. I can't forgive it. A city of craftsmen and arts, everything in Kyoto is not satisfied unless it is the best. This can be said to be the result of the history of this city. Originally, Kyoto was the capital of Japan and the center where the emperor lived for hundreds of years. Image, handwritten family crest. Each family has a symbol in Japan. Image, engraving on copper plate. Image, gorgeous Nishijin textile. Therefore, there was certainly an atmosphere that everything there and in the environment had to be the best. In fact, we always wanted to be arrogant and boast, saying, "I'm from Kyoto." And we always had that kind of strange pride all over Japan, and even when we went abroad, I don't think I'm the only one. It's the exact opposite of people from the countryside who have complexes because of their place of origin. This sense of pride is also rooted in the artisanal spirit and works of Kyoto. And in the world of Japanese arts, including Maiko and Geisha. Therefore, they do not compromise with others or themselves, and instead of being fussy, they do everything they can to create unique, first-class works that are highly acclaimed by everyone. This is the spirit of Kyoto's artisans and entertainers. However, they do not cling to traditional traditions and culture and only value old things. Good things are good, so new works with modern, eccentric colors and designs, and what are called new models, are being exhibited one after another. There was opposition to the design of Kyoto Station at first, but it was accepted. He loves stylish and elegant things, such as remodeling townhouses with a mix of Japanese and Western styles, or adding Western patterns to Japanese stores to make them more fashionable. He is sensitive to trends, and has a lot of potential. The images, shoes made in collaboration with Nishijin textiles. He loves cool, tasteful, stylish, clean, and beautiful things. The chic, rustic, and wabi-sabi that outsiders imagine is actually more like old Kyoto in Nara and other small Kyotos in regional cities. He just loves the best. Kyoto is the birthplace of many top companies that everyone knows. Starting with Gyoza no Osho and Ramen no Tenkaipan, there are Sagawa Express, Nintendo, Amrin, Shimadzu, Kyocera, Wakole, Nidec, Rome, Murata Manufacturing, Nippon Shinyaku, and more. This kind of power is present in a small city of about 1.4 million people. This is also proof of top-class thinking. Images, Wakole. No.1 place of employment for local high school graduates. Images, familiar Nintendo character. The truth behind Kyoto's no first-time customers. Next, I would like to clear up this misunderstanding, as it seems to be common. Kyoto's no first-time customers is a huge misunderstanding, as it is Kyoto, so they are proud and have high standards. Images, Maiko and Geisha, and playing at a tea house in Gion in the entertainment district. Customers have long wanted to enjoy watching the dances, eating and drinking to their heart's content, without worrying about money. This was born out of the spirit of hospitality, and in order for people to enjoy themselves without worrying about money, it naturally requires a relationship of mutual trust. Therefore, the system is set up so that you cannot play unless you are introduced by a trusted customer. The tea house will first pay all expenses, including the cost of watching the dances at the tea house, food and drink, entertainment with the Maiko and Geisha, and even the taxi fare for the return trip, and then bill you at a later date. They would never do something as silly as billing you on the day, and until a long time ago, they were so strict that they would only bill you about 6 months later. The picture is of a Geisha playing the koto. The picture is of the long-established Tamashiro, which has been in business since 1804. The family motto here is, the proprietress must not marry, but must adopt a daughter to take over the business. Did you understand? It's not like they're acting all high and mighty for the convenience of the establishment. The economy has been a bit sluggish recently, and it's dangerous to leave too much time between billings, so it seems like there are more monthly billings. When the economy was booming, it was said that the average price was about 1 million yen per visit, but recently, that can't be said, so it seems like you can have fun for a very cheap price. There are also optional plans from travel agencies, so it's easy to use. There are also some places that are okay for first-time visitors, such as Maiko photo shops. It may seem expensive, but they're not ripping you off. The bar prides itself on providing dancing and food that are worthy of that price, with all our heart, and the customers set an implicit price that makes them think, I'm happy to pay that much. They never do things like the usual rip-off bars, or things that are just for the sake of appearances and don't really have anything to offer. The customers also never do vulgar things like haggling. A side note, that's what a relationship of trust is really like. They never do vulgar things like charging more just because they think they can get it. They make a fair profit and trade at a fair price. If both parties are willing to do business together for a long time, that's how it will come naturally. So they don't ask for discounts and they don't give discounts. This is what a relationship of trust is. This is the end of number 1. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for watching until the end. Please look forward to the next one. To number 2.